If you're getting a message on your dashboard when you start up your GM car or truck that says check oil level, yet when you do, the dipstick says you're fine, you don't need to ignore that, but you don't need to panic either.
So we'll check the oil level just to be sure. And as usual, it's completely full. And I've lived with that message on my dashboard for a year. So let's just get this fixed.
And before you go changing your oil again or doing something else that you really don't need to do, the problem's almost always this little part right here. The engine oil level sensor. Makes sense, doesn't it?
And we'll put a link to this sensor in the description. So if you want to use what we're replacing in ours, we'll have it for you. Let's get started.
We are underneath the truck now. We've got it up in the air. We're on the right side. So this is your oil pan. So come up from the bottom. You can see the only electrical connector right here. That's a two-part connector. So you've got this blue part, which is kind of a safety clip to keep it from coming off. So you got a prong over here and one on the opposite side that you can't see right now. But basically what you're going to do is get that lower part and get it free of that clip. Like that, and then do the same thing to the other side. You can just let it hang there or let it fall on the floor, your choice. So now you're left with the black clip. So get yourself a pick like we used to get the blue one off. Kind of work it underneath here in the corner and then back toward the engine and then rotate it, kind of lift that clip off. I'll show you what it looks like. You pull it out. Basically, it's a normal electrical connector, and you just want to work this so it comes up off of the notch that's holding it in. Now we're going to take that sensor off.
So I'm going to eyeball that sensor and guess it's probably a 29 millimeter. Just kidding, we measured it. So all we need to do is get this socket on and start getting it loose. And it feels like it was just over hand tight, so should be fairly simple to get off.
Is oil going to come pouring out?
That is the question of the day. That's why I wear all black in these videos. Huh, not there.
And no oil's pouring out, that's good.
So to prevent future oil leaks, it came with an O-ring. So you just want to make sure to slip that on and get it properly seated onto your sensor before you put it back in.
So we're going to go in with the new sensor. Now remember, this is plastic. So if it's got any resistance, you're cross-threading it. So it may take a couple of stabs to get that thing to go in correctly, and just be patient. And once you get it going like that, you're going to want to snug that down. And it was literally just beyond hand tight. So just barely put a little pressure on it and then check for leaks afterwards. Now we're going to try to get that electrical connector back in and make sure that we're all buttoned up. And we found this little piece here that's a moisture barrier. So if yours had one, this one had fallen off onto the floor and we didn't notice it. So slide that back on. And then we just happily ended up with a nice angle here to put this back on so you can see it on the camera. So line it up, pop it in, there we go. You'll hear a click. Then we want to get our lock that we had before and just slide it. It's got a couple of spots here for the wires to fit in, so you kind of want to line that up with your wires. I have no idea how much of that I'm blocking, probably a lot. But anyway, when you want to get it on, at the end, it's going to go like that. And then you're going to want to slide this on over those prongs. Also clicks into position. Now you're finished underneath the vehicle. Let's go back up top and see if the message is still there.
Now for the moment of truth.
You got a lot of miles on this thing.
But it would have popped up by now, so it looks like we fixed it for now.
Now let's work on the other 50 error messages.
All right. Thanks for watching.